it's GC and we are back with a first impression. Black Box Season 1, Episode 1. A new American drama television series that debuted on April 24th by ABC, and it has a straight to series order with a 13-episode commitment, and it was created by Amy Holden Jones. I don't think she created any TV thing before, but she has a lot of writing chops for sure because she's worked for a lot of things. The cast is Kelly Reilly, Davey, David Ajala, Ali Wong, Laura Fraser, David Chisum, Siobhan Williams, Kinney, and Vanessa Redgrave. Kelly Reilly is, if you remember Sherlock Holmes starring Robert Downey Jr., she plays Jude Law's character, Watson's wife. So what's this series about? It's basically about Catherine Black, played by Kelly Reilly, who is a famous neurologist who secretly has a bipolar disorder, and the only person that knows this is her psychiatrist, Dr. Helen Humtrive, who has been with Catherine since her first break, and basically has been the maternal figure for Catherine since Catherine's own mother, who also suffered from bipolar disorder, committed suicide. So as a first episode, this has been already established, and wow, this bipolar disorder thing is like crazy. She stops her drugs like twice in this episode, and she goes nuts, and it's an interesting concept as to they embrace the whole bipolar disorder as she's a character that embraces it and really loves not being on her meds because she can just be free and totally like just embrace the freedom. And that pretty much was the entire episode where they have to like just deal with her bipolar and the fact that her boyfriend wanted to marry her, but she's like, you don't know the real me, sort of thing. And that was sort of interesting. And then we also go to the neurologist side of her. She does a keynote speech, and that was intense. And she also has a patient in this episode, and it was interesting how it wasn't like normal medical drama like House per se, where a patient came in and it was just dealing with the patient and trying to help them, whereas this was more about Catherine Black herself as she has to deal with her disorder and how people around her, her family, her boyfriend sees her and how they have to cope with this. And then the patient thing is on the side, but at the same time it feels that there is enough importance placed on the patient, and you can see how Catherine Black acts as a doctor compared to how she acts not as a doctor. As the first episode, it was an interesting watch, and I do find Kelly Reilly as eye candy, and I would say it was kind of a waste for her in Sherlock Holmes, because I think her acting is pretty intense in this series, and I will for sure watch the entire series, because it's interesting as she is really smart, and it really gives off that House vibe, but at the same time, she has this major problem with her, unlike House, where he just has his leg and he's grouchy, but like he doesn't go nuts like Catherine Black. From the first episode though, I don't know what the entire series is going to be about beside talking about her disorder. I wonder if it's going to be a episodic like patient, let me save you sort of thing, or where else could it go? That's what I'm wondering. And I do look forward to episode 2 because I want to see if it's going to go through the episodic patient route or just problematic life matters and then patient I'll deal on the side sort of thing. But anyway, all that said, Black Box was an interesting first episode for sure, and I really love the name Black Box because in the episode itself it talked about how Black Box is what neurologists call the brain because it's such infinite possibilities and potentials and all that unknown stuff. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this first impression of Black Box Season 1, Episode 1. It's an ABC series and it just aired recently, so you can totally catch up if you have not heard about the series. I would just recommend checking it out for one episode at least, and there we have it, and I'll come back when the final impression is finally done. Out!